the Lantern Maker of Liora. In the quiet village of Liora, nestled between misty hills and a silver-threaded river, lived an old lantern maker named Elior. His lanterns weren't just beautiful, they glowed with a warmth that seemed to soothe the soul. People said his lanterns could guide not only travelers through the dark, but also hearts lost in sorrow. Elior lived alone, his workshop filled with glass shards, copper coils, and stories whispered into flame. He had no apprentices, though many had asked. He always replied, "A lantern must be made with light from within. That's not something I can teach." One day, a boy named Kale arrived in Liora. He was clever, ambitious, and desperate to prove himself. "I want to learn your craft," he told Elior. "I'll work hard, I'll make lanterns brighter than yours." Elior smiled gently. "Then begin by making one for someone who needs light." Kale scoffed. "I'll make one for the mayor. He'll pay well." But Elior shook his head. "Not for gold, for grace." Reluctantly, Kale wandered the village. He met Mira, a blind woman who lived near the river. She told him, "I don't need light to see, but I do miss the glow of fireflies in summer." Inspired, Kale returned to the workshop and crafted a lantern shaped like a firefly's dance. Delicate, erratic, joyful. When he gave it to Mira, she ran her fingers over the curves and smiled. "It feels like laughter." Elior watched silently. "Now you've made your first lantern." Years passed. Kale stayed, learning not just how to shape glass but how to listen. He made lanterns for grieving widows, for children afraid of storms, for lovers who had lost their way. Each one held a story, a memory, a flicker of hope. One winter, Elior grew ill. As he lay in bed, Kale sat beside him. "I'm afraid," Kyle whispered. "Without you, I'll lose the light." Elior touched his hand. "You won't. You've learned to see with your heart." When Elior passed, the village mourned. But Kale lit a lantern and placed it at the edge of the river. Its glow shimmered like fireflies, like laughter, like love. And from that day on, the people of Liora said, "The lanterns still shine. Because kindness never dies, it only changes hands." The moral: true light comes not from ambition, but from compassion. When we create with empathy, we illuminate not just the world, but each other.